2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Serenity Championship is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
So it appears this player's target is to beat Rickie Fowler this week. That should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Yeah, Rickie Fowler sounds like he's up for the challenge. On social media, he's been talking about this rivalry. Is Rickie ever not up for the challenge, though? He'll smile as he's beating you, that's for sure.
Yes, likes to kill him with kindness, does our Rickie. He is a wonderful fella on and off the course, and with a renewed confidence in his game, the new father's looking to shine here. This will be a tough challenge for our rivalry. That's tidy. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Setting up here from about 185 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. This putt was about 8 feet. Ooh. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. The dreaded shove always hurts on the greens. 6 feet remaining to the cup. That was a gallant attempt. This next putt for double bogey. Ouch, that's not the way they intended to start their day, Rich.
Nope, it looked like you were out there, Luke. Lucky to get away with a double bogey.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess there is it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
Wow, was that a rush of blood or something? Oh dear, time to get the chipper back out. This would be a great up and down from this spot. Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, that's a tasty looking chip. Top shot.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Currently at 2 over par. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
Oh, just absolutely abused the golf ball there with that shot.
Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Why don't we catch up with Rickie Fowler? And back to the course with the live action. Few players have had the kind of impact on the game that Rickie Fowler has, and certainly being a fan favourite, Rich. It's funny when you see grown men dressed head to toe in orange supporting this wonderful person. But I know he wants more out of his career bio than what he's got right now.
And he will definitely get it as well, Luke. He's too good of a talent, and he has too much ability to not be a great player and be on the top of the leaderboard definitely a few times during the season. He is definitely, if there is a Pied Piper in golf outside of Tiger Woods, I would put my thumb on Rickie Fowler, just because so many people go out there dressed in the orange gear that he has, and whatever he does, they just love it. He's engaging, he's affable, he looks like he is enjoying himself on the golf course, which I truly believe he is. He really is one of these players that's so dynamic and so fun to be around. You can't help but root for him week in and week out.
Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting for a par now. Now 4 back after that hole. Teeing off here at the 5th. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you? Playing this shot from about 180 yards. 4 strokes off the lead. Going with the 7. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
Not sure if they read that the way they were expecting.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
And this next putt, it's for bogey. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks right now. Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Bounce back ability. I love that term. Do they have it here? Absolutely tattooed that drive.
Well, this is what you call an underdog. But the PGA Tour, we've seen plenty of those underdogs get up and win. Do you think this player's got what it takes?
The PGA Tour is full of underdogs that can flat out play, Luke. This is just another one of those scenarios. This player is someone to watch.
Handy effort, that one. Getting ready to play their 3rd. 4 shots behind our leader. Nice recovery there.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie.
If they can sink this, they'll pull ahead of Fowler. This could get interesting.
Trailing by 4 strokes. Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure. Time for the second shot here at the 7th. Oh, come on, sit. Not a bad play, that one.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 28 feet from the cup.
Looking great now.
Okay, let's get back to the action. Well, Rich, you think they're going to make this one?
Look, I got to say, I'm really not liking their chances here, but you never know. Stranger things have happened.
It was on a good line. This is a par putt. In she goes. Let's head to the next. Now 4 back after that hole. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th.
The tempo there was exquisite.
Just a little off with the accuracy there. Unable to find the green.
Not too sure what they were thinking. Too much club.
He's had a tough time of it on the greens here today. Hopefully all that'll change right here.
This for par.
Now that's a mistake. How do you leave that short?
Wanted to get it up to the hole, but was just unable to up that slope.
Trailing by 4 strokes. Next up is a par 4. Always a stern test.
Looking to bounce back after that bogey, and they've got a great opportunity here.
Lovely effort that. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
Going with the hybrid. Good sounding strike, that one. Yeah, that was a safe play. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Oh, that's too bad. You'll have to settle for bogey there. And this one will be for bogey. And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. Oh, looking to make a statement here. Going with driver off the tee. Nicely done. Time for the second shot at the 10th. You like that, didn't you? And here we are with the third shot. Beautiful shot. And he'll move into the top 10. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
This shot was absolutely perfect. Looks just as nice on the second viewing.
He's currently tied for 10th. Let's see what happens here at the 11th hole. Looks like they put a good swing on that one. That should find the short stuff. Going with the pitching wedge here. This one's going right at the pin here.
Well, they've got their eye locked in. Look at that approach shot against Rickie Fowler as well.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Yeah, guys, he's got 28 feet here.
Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me. Always nice to hold those for a birdie. Now 3 strokes back after that hole.
Managing to chase down the leaders, closing that gap. Gotta like it.
Teeing off here on the 12th hole. Opting for the 5-iron. That might be one club too many. No green in red, but a chance to save their par. Ooh, that almost went down. And if this can go down, he'll save par. Just couldn't quite get it to drop. Just a short putt remaining here. Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Now this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
Ouch, that hurts. Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. Tiger Woods back in his familiar spot, currently on top spot as we pause for a look at the leaderboard. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Looking to bounce back after that bogey at the last. That wasn't pretty. Hopefully this one is better.
Bit disappointing, that one. Rich is one of the rare players to ever tame the Tiger in a major championship. How did you manage to do it?
Taming him, that's a big stretch there. You know, I did it because I never had to play with him. I was fortunate enough to not be paired with him in the 3rd round, nor in the final round when I was paired with Justin Leonard. And going back to the comments about the roars, you know, not knowing that was him making those birdies. You assumed it was, you couldn't deny that it was, but not knowing, it was a lot easier to say, well, that was Fred Funk, who he was playing with in the final round, who was having such a great week as it was. It was easier to deflect that a little bit. I think if I would have played alongside him, I think things might have been a little bit differently, because he does bring a different energy, and sometimes it can be uncomfortable. But when you start hearing those roars going up and you're playing with them, well, you know exactly what's going on. But when you're not playing with them, I was able to kind of deflect what he was actually doing, and I was fortunate.
That was wonderfully done. Playing from around 190 yards out. Going with the 5-iron here.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
Oh, 13-footer coming up here. Remember, there's two important parts of a putt, line and length. Too much length on that one. 8 feet to the cup. Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Now let's switch our focus to Rickie Fowler.
Now, who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Here's Rickie Fowler. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Let's take a look at the current standings. And a very familiar sight, Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard. Here we have a par 5. Now, great rhythm on that swing. Rich, obviously, and we've joked about it a fair bit in this game, that you've been one of the rare players to take Tiger Woods down in his prime. But what was it like to play in the Tiger era, and just how dominant he was?
It was simply amazing. You knew that each and every week that he showed up to a tournament, you better have your game ready to go, because you assumed that he was going to be firing at all cylinders. Because even when he wasn't, his game was still good enough to beat most everybody in those fields. You wanted him there because you always want to test yourself against the best. However, if you weren't playing very well, you're kind of fearful teeing it up, because you just knew that your best at that moment in time wasn't nearly going to be good enough to beat Tiger, no matter what he brought to the table. He made each and every player look at their game in a different way and try and dissect it in order to weed out anything that didn't really need to be worked on, and got them more specific in the areas that they weren't good at. Their deficient areas, whether it's the short game, the driver, the iron play, whatever it is. But Tiger really made you take a long, hard look at your game and figure out where it's at, because you knew that you had to be at your best to beat him.
Super shot, that.
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Stepping up to the 16th tee now. This is a good time to get hot with the tournament on the line. That's an awful error. Henny, that ball seems to be sitting down. Is it bad?
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Now from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Judging it beautifully.
Okay, that hole's behind you now. He's currently tied for 12th.
Not much happening, moving down the leaderboard. Never a good sign.
And now on the tee, coming off a bogey, trying to reclaim some momentum. Second shot here on the 17th. Opting for the 5-wood. Come on, get a good bounce to the left. Okay, that'll work. A spot in the top 10 awaits if they can make this putt. That's frustrating. Just a 4-footer remaining. Oh, just missed. Putting for a bogey. In it goes, and that's unfortunately back-to-back bogeys.
You're making one bad mistake with another, compounding it, not good.
Now over to Rickie Fowler.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Here's Rickie Fowler's next shot.
Downwind on this shot.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Look who's stalking us all on top of the leaderboard. It's Tiger Woods. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line. Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. This putt is for a final score of 76. And that wraps up proceedings in this one. Well, Henny, that was some match. We thought it'd be a great rivalry, and it absolutely was. But how proud would this player be to have taken down Rickie Fowler despite not winning the event?
Luke, this player will be brimming with pride. What a great result. They challenged Rickie